Good morning.
Good morning, Zelig.
Mazel tov, mazel tov, mazel tov.
Welcome to you, Shem Simchas.
Where's the Kale?
Oh, I don't know the name yet.
כשאני אשכב כמינה, שמואל. ברוך השם, the Chosn basement,
Yeah, okay. Belpin, Distinction.
That's for next walk to an official party or the Nachtman Harshi.
Yeah. Everything double. Everything's double. It's Shem Monday. Okay.
Okay, so where are we? I'm Bays.
In Gimel, no?
I'm Gimel, yeah. We didn't read ein Gimel with
No,
that.
we didn't get to Gimel yet. Yeah, we're at the bottom with Shleisha. There we are up to the Tanya.
We saw Ravina. Look,
Yeah, Ravina Oma.
So the Maisi does it, mit Gebot sein.
Why was it not based historian, right?
The shining event.
The Chtamokan Chatach, why is it not a base historian?
Right. So the Gebot zone as Rav Meir Letayme. As Shloisha Tfochim, Shenechlak, which is the word Drei of Drei Dboes, Dr. Rav Meir, says Tommy, yeah?
Right. Even though it was a base historian.
Yeah. Omar Rav Yossi, באיזה מדרס, לא בזה. So name Rav Meir Letayme, that now Shloisha Shenechlak, Torah מן המדרס, אבל תורה ממד המדרס, דברי רב מאיר. תניא אומר רב יוסי, ובכי איזה מדרס נהוג הזה, אבוז, זה ככה בססטורי, אין כאן זומר, זה לא התומר, כדי שזה רש"י הוא לא גבו יעזוב, זה על המגע, ונישת... ותניא אומר רב יוסי, לאו, לכאורה, אולזר המשנה גייט נור אליבא דרב מאיר, נישת אליבא דרב יוסי.
Right.
דמו דגמור גאנפרט, לאו יתמר עלו. אמרו לא ישאלו אלא, לא ישאלו.
Came from a big beggar.
ולכלך. אבל שולש אצבועס, הבויס מבגד גודל, כשאז פרישה אז אביאל, מקבל סתומו מאביאל. או נעמי, כשאז פרישוס או מעבר, מקבל תום. So let's see the Rashi again, the last Rashi. אבל גימל אצבועס, הבויס מבגד גודל, שאותו ממדרס, וחותכו ממנו, שורש אצבועס, טוהר.
Tahara, Hakticha, Haktana, you cut off, it's tarach tichat ktanim min hamedres she'ein bo kshir. Utmeya maga medres. Afil Rabbi Yossi. Doma ein maga hachibur maga the beis hastorim he hoche moide mishum de shas pri shosoy me oviv I efshar letzamsem shaliyiga ma'at ma'at as it's being separated and it's not beis hastorim. Shas prisha ain't a beis hastorim. Umkabel tuma me oviv sheyesh by shir af hatuma.
Du was Tumme wird sagen, auf die kleine Sache.
Maga medres.
Der hohe Name Matnissi.
Hoch, aber masnis nami, a fil Rabbi Yossi moide. The magoy, maga mishum shas prisha, kishechoite cho ever min ha'uber.
Punkt für mich sagen dort, am ich schneide die 3 auf 3 als Boes. Ja, die do Maga, dieselbe Sache sagt dort, ja. Good. So we got till
But you have to say that the aver was the beis hastorim. It's not beis hastorim because the separation is not a beis hastorim, but it was also that area has to be sticking out to the outside, no? Because otherwise it's bluer. So you have to say that at the point where they cut off the aver, they were cutting it off outside the.
Well, the Eber was sticking already when the behemoth was alive.
Choshtei, but the Mokem Achtach has to be also exposed to the outside.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah.
And so the Mishnah could come out like Rabbi Yossi also.
Ravina Omar.
Beged lach tichakoi.
Uber lechaticha koi.
B'chol oimid lachtoich kechatach dami.
Mir haben gefragt, als unsere Mishnah versucht, am Mishnah Rob der Eber, ist mit Tame der Uber geht es für Rabbi Yossi. Sagt, das geht ja. Weil Eber ist lechaticha, ממילא כל oimid lachto kechatach. מה שאין כן דווקא בבגד, רבי יוסי gesagt, yeah.
No, what does it do for me that it's kechatach? So good, so it's kechatach. It's was. What does that do for the? How does that make?
Yeah, but that was Rashi sagt, yeah. Was sagt Rashi?
Harei nogin zabazeh. Now I understand. The problem before was that it was beis hastorim, right?
Yeah.
Now it's not beis hastorim. Why? Because when you're cutting off the aver is kechatuch. So now it's touching and it's kechatuch. It's not like it's connected. If it was like it was connected, that could be a problem beis hastorim. But now that you're looking at it as if it's detached.
And this
tumas maga.
Right, which nekuda is the main nekuda here?
That it's not beis hastorim. Because it's as if it's disconnected.
Right.
That's what Rashi says. And even though it's kechatuch, the nagim zebazeh. So it's not like a beis hastorim. Here's what they say. Kechatuch dami. V'ulchein mokem chibur habosel ever eino kebeis hastorim. El kegolui v'kiven shabosar v'ever nagin zebazeh habosar makabel tumah meho ever. Okay. So that's Ravina's oif too.
Sag die Gemara Keman, Rab Meir. Avu zet man az asfore, es kol oim et lachto kechot uch umemeli, das nicht gemäß Historien. Keman, sag die Gemara Rab Meir. Bisnan, kol yodo is akelim, shehein arukois, ועושים בקוצצון, מדביל עד מוקוים עד מכל מידה. זה דרש"י.
Yeah, that's what Rashi says. Ad mokem mida shehu osed l'kayim, till the place where it's going to remain, and you're not going to cut it off. Umasha the lokuts, but the part that you're going to cut off ain't tzarch tvila. The kikotzot domi.
So which type of tefillah? Was the kli is tome or the kli for a goy?
That's right. I don't think it makes a difference, but let's see what it's talking about. Letaharoi, yeah. It sounds like it's Tame. Very much so, yeah.
Here, I'm going to cut part of the handle. So since I'm going to leave 4 inches, only those 4 inches require tefillah.
No, only those 4 inches are not going to become tahor when you toivel it.
We're saying the same. Was ist kol yodos hakol mat bilat mokem amida? Was ist mat bilat mokem amida? Let's say the handle is 10 inches.
Yeah.
Cut off 5 inches. Wie viel darf ich matbil sein? The kli and 5 inches that are attached to him, not the other 5.
Right.
Now let's take this idea and bring it to us, to bring it to Ravina. Since the Aver is also, you're going to cut it off, Kukich of them, as if it's a Shemishmitni, the Mele, Estos nicht.
Because it's Megula. Why is it Megula? Because it's Ageschnitten. It's Schein Ageschnitten. Hagams ist nicht Ageschnitten.
Right, Estos nicht is a story, correct. Die Gemara ist arbeitet noch mit Rab Meir, nein, Teret von Ravine, אפילו תהיה מרבונן. חיבורי אויכלים, כמן דמפרט דומה, ונגיע בהדודי.
Yeah, let's make those. Let's see. Chibur Eichlin sagt Rashi shehein rachin. They're soft. Ein a choshev chibur. We're talking about the leg, right? Not now about the keli anymore. So
right, yes, this roya that sticks out.
Right, the arm. That's right. Ein a choshev chibur. Ukaman demifisidomi. Darminan ba'alma l'ravina chibur eichlin kaman demifisidomi. Mahachanafka. What does it mean, Mahachanafka?
No, from this case, where did Ravina say it? Where did Ravina say that this followed those statements, you know?
But here Ravina is saying it b'shem Rav Meir, no? No, the Gemara is saying command Rav Meir, right? Ravina didn't say that. Ravina only said his svara. Oh, on I am based last line. Ravina is the one who says Uber l'chticha koi. So l'chayr, that's what he's saying. That's where we get it from, right?
You realize dass ich eine neue Teres friert nicht, weil mit geht es schneiden. Jeder Euchel, sie nicht so als Sache bei Historien, bei Euchel, חיבורי Euchelim כמעט דמפרטה. sie nicht kein חיבור בכלל. Correct?
So yeah, so then where do we get? So Ravina didn't say that here. Ravina here says, "Kol Uber lachticha koi v'chol oimed lachta kekotach dami. Where do how come Rashi's saying that he got it? We got that din from over here.
נראה תוך יש אליבא דרבנן, אותו gemeint, יסבור הפריע gegangen, לחולון, אליבא דרב jetzt sagen wir, viele Rabbonen, was Dinge sagen, auf Rab Meir Bakelim, seinen Moide, bei des Roya, why? Weil ich Chibur euch und Kemadim.
Ich verstehe, but where do we know that from? From Ravina. And where do Ravina get it? Where do we know that Ravina says that?
Here, sagt Rashi.
Here, we're here. Here he says beferish a different svara. He says the svara lachticha koi.
See, the language that they are using here in the art school is, the language that they use is, Chodschik bei Kli sagt man nicht, Kolo im Lachto kechotuch. Aber bei Essen sein sie Moide als Kolo im Lachto kechotuch, because...
Oh, okay. So it's not because it's soft, but it's because kechotuch.
Why is it kechotuch?
Because it's soft, right.
But the oil is soft.
Okay. So now it could come out according to everybody, our Mishnah. According to Ravina.
Yeah, good.
The Gi Badodi is only for our purposes to answer the Mishnah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now, Bishlama La'ula, Hainu the Kotani Chodcha. El Ravina, my Chodcha. Was darf man sagen Chodcha? Wow. He sees it as being separated afilu when it's connected, so therefore it should be matame even if it's not Chodcha.
The way we understood a minute ago is the ganze Svara von Ravina is Eibsis Euchel und der geht uns schneiden, das ist also geschnitten.
Correct. So therefore it's to be Thomas Maga. So therefore, even if it's connected, it'll have Thomas Maga, even though there's a base of storim.
Right. Bishlom ale ule der Oma Teile, die Schupri Show. Das ist wie eine kleine Berge des Feuers von einer großen Berge. Eine der Tone Matnisi in Chodcha. Die lo Chodcha in Tome, משום דמאגה סטורי. אומר אליבא דרבינה בזו כל רואים את לחתו כחותוך, לא? לא. דוקטר איידה, אין פה דימורה, איידה דתו לרישו חותכו, אני אמי ספר חותכו.
Right. Before we learned the case of Beis Storim, we also said, why do you have to say that it's separated? Once it's Tameh, the leg, it should make the rest of the body Tameh. Only after we saw the Chiddush of Beis Storim did it create a difficulty for understanding the Mishnah, because how does the Tumah transfer if it's Beis Storim? So therefore, to answer that, we have two terutzim. Ula says at the moment of separation, it's inevitable that there is some separation, and therefore it's not Beis Storim. And Ravina says that even if it doesn't separate, it would be Tameh. Okay.
Now, in Mishnah steht,
yeah,
als mit geschochten, die Mame, and then he cut off the Iver, which Tanakama says that the Ruber became Tomei. So Chachomim named the Schite, but always genommen mit den Levele, ja? Ja?
Yeah, Maga Trefer Shkuta. Yeah, Maga Trefer Shkuta.
Fragt die Gemorre, Treife Schkuto Mimetam?
Just one sec.
Das ist die letzte Rashi in Amudal, du denkst.
Yeah. So first also, that's now element Rabbanim Mukdashim. Yeah, okay.
כי דאבו את שמואל, דאבו את שמואל, Treife ששוחטו מטמא ומוקדשים. So we look at the Rashi, the last Rashi in the Mishnah, this is so, no?
That's what he said, only Big Mukdashim, yeah.
Aber die Gemara Shmuel adoret me b'mukdoshim, or the Gemara made the reason why we use this language, kemada treifa shchuto, even though normally sagt man nicht, because
Yeah, one second. Let's listen Chotche, the Eloi Chotche. I think Chotche, okay. So yeah, but that's Lieses Ace. It has nothing to do with our Mishnah. In our Mishnah, he says it's not Tomei. It happens to be L'chari. That's the way I'm understanding it. Ela midrabanan mukdashin. Don't ask me from Hagdish because that it's Tomei, because that's a chum midrabanan. No.
yeah. It was made of Rabbanon.
Because it's not Tomei. Because it's not Tomei.
This is it's treifa. I'm telling you what I saw. That's called as treifa shchuto was Kolchim of Mongeriet with Rabbanon Berton.
Okay, or even this leg, if it's from an animal that's Kudish, it's going to be Tamei Midrabanan. Really, Midaraisa, it's not because what? Because Shchita saves it, even though it's outside. It right, even though it's considered like a nevela when it's outside, but Shchita saves it if from becoming Tamei. But by Hegdish, we'll consider it Tamei.
Yeah.
Midrabanan. Is that true? That's the yeah. Okay.
When bist du gehen zu dem Rezession to the vote Monday, like towards the evening?
I have to find Monday. I'm going to the doctor in Manhattan.
Oh, you told me. Yeah.
So I have to find out what my schedule is going to be. You weren't sure. Okay, you know now what your schedule is going to be.
No.
Oh. So we'll have to be in touch.
Yeah.
What number can I call you at? Your summer number?
Yeah. The best is either my summer number or the boss number.
Okay. I have your number here. Okay.
Gut, wir gehen weiter die Gemara.
Tanya.
Mamatzinu.
Oh, Mamatzinu. Mamatzinu betray for Sheshkitosa Matarosa. Av Shkitos Behema Titoyer Esober.
Das gewinnt die Abba mit dem Erklären, als Schchitas Treife ist mit Teil mit der Weile, also wie
Yeah, and then there's a dialogue back and forth. Yeah, okay.
Aber gedenkt, der Machlekes Rab Meir mit
Chacham.
Tanya Omar lem Rab Meir, וכי מתייארו לעבר זה מדי נבלה, שחית אסימון. If the shchita is strong enough to be matter מדי נבלה, you can tatirenu ba'achil. How can you split and say that the shchita or the hof of the Eber is dwellen aan de Bele? ובאכילה nicht.
Amruloi, harbe mitzalta al she'ena gufa yoisa megufa. Look Rashi. The kame mefarish mai kumahadele. So what does it mean? Simply answering harbe. You're going beyond. Yeah, you're pulling it too far. No.
Es ist an die Schritte, is Metall of double she'ena megufo yoisa. Okay, let's see what it means. שהרי
Yeah.
שנינו חויתך מן העובור שממאיו מותר באכילה.
Yeah. Anything you find inside is mutter. Right.
No, from the Uber, yeah.
Right. Aber minat chayil, minat kloyer is usher, because that's from the behemoth itself. Also b'achila.
Tchoil מן הכלויוס also באכילה. Was שייכס אוטוס מדיתשובה בזה יהיה.
Yeah. Michael Amri. So explain what this means.
מייקו אמר רוב ואמרו סור המחסר להם הוכתון. אמר להם רב מאיר וכי מתיע רוי לעבר זה מדי נבלה שחית הסיבה.
Chimitar leiva zeh midei nevel shkitasim ayim kain tatirena ba'achila amruloi treif tachiach.
ראינו באכילה דאיבה, יודע,
Yeah, so es kann essen. Amruloi treif tachiach.
ששחיתוסו מטהרוסו מדי נבלה, ואינו מתירוסו באכילה, ידע טרייפה. Du teilst doch als eben die Schritte, nimmt weg mit den Welle, darf es Mathe sein bei Achille. Ja, treffe doch ja. Schrittoso mit Taroso mit den Welle, ואינו מתירוסו באכילה. אמר להם, לא. אם תיארו שחיטת טרייפה או איסו.
Also דבר שהוא גופו תתאר.
גופו.
שהוא גופו.
תארס העבר דובר שאינו גופו. אמרו לו.
Now comes to what the words that we said before. Harbe matzalta.
Harbe matzeles.
Matzeles. Al she'ena gufa. Yoise megufa.
שהרי שונים. חויתך מן העובר שבמאיו. And you leave it inside. is mutter באכילה noch die Schritte von Imam. מן התחול ומן הכלויוס. also באכילה.
So now what did he say? What's the logic?
It's not a logic, it's a proof.
I understand, but before we didn't know what it meant. Now that they explained it, we're supposed to understand the connection. So Harbe Matzela, many things are saved more that's not the guf than the guf itself. The guf itself, we said before, Shchita saves a treifa from becoming an avela. The fact there, it should save the hand from becoming asal achila. No. Why? Because I have raya for you from here. What's the raya? The tchayil that's cut off from the mother is not good. But the aver, the tchayil from the uber is good. It's a raya that there could be a shchita that saves from tumah, but doesn't save from achila? What's the connection?
No, but it's a very good answer.
So explain to me the connection.
The vlad is not gufo. The mame is gufo. If you cut off pieces from the uber and you kept it in, and you cut the kloyos and you kept it in, die Schritte von die Mame wird nicht matter sein gufo, which is the kloyos, but sie wird matter sein die Stittlach von der vlad. Das heißt, as harbe matzeles al she'eino gufo, which is the vlad, no is a gufo, yeah?
Good. What's that does to tell mit achila as opposed to tumah?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what we're proving. He asked you a question. He asked you, why is it not mutter the shchita? Why shouldn't it go all the way and matter the yad lachila?
We are proving to you that die Schritte von die Mame amol is matir epes, aber nicht sie allein. Du fragst das die Schritte hat matir, wenn die Mame soll sie matir sein die Ewe. Bringe mir eine Reihe, als halbe Peome mit die Schritte matir Sachen von Dreußen, which is der Uber von mir Welt, aber nicht die Hand, was ist in Dreußen.
Okay, but I understood the proof to be that, and the discussion to be on not on the mama but on the hand. In other words, how you want to tiny that shchita matters the hand from tumah, right? That's exactly what you're saying. Now, to this Rab Meir asked, what do you mean? So let it also matter the hand for achila, right? And now we're bringing proof from the mother. That's what I'm missing. Is there a Rashi?
Let's read the piece before. כוכלך אמרו לו, התחייף את הוכיח, ששחיתוסו מתארוסו לידי נבלה, ואינו מתירוסו באכילה. Du fragst, wie kann sein, die Schritte wird Metall sein, der Vlad, nicht die Hand, Treife הוכיח.
Right.
Die Schritte hat Metall, wenn die Treife mit der Nivelle,
Aber nicht mehr achila.
ואינו מתירוסו באכילה.
Was ist der Teine Tzedek?
אומר לו, הם זאת רב מאיר, לא. אם תיארו שחיטה סטרייפה או איסו, לא בו שהיא גופה, זה בזה בגוף. תתאר לסועבר, לא בו שאין גופו. So remember, now Rab Meir has to address this question. ובית ואיסתי בכלל על שחיטה סטרייפה, ובית ואיסתי, המתגשוכן די מאמה ודה עבר ורן טוב. יש לו מה בתרייפה, דוסי דזר בגוף. אבל דו המשך די מאמה, ובית ואיסתי,
Right.
the blood.
Right.
So remember, at this point...
Right.
This
now I have the chain. Right. Amruloi, harbe matzelos l'sheina gufa, yosem gufa. That's not a taina. That's not a taina. Gufa, ain't a gufa is not a taina, because we see it works even more for what's not gufa. Umela, we understand. It's a two-level argument. Number one, we see that shchita is yematzelos midei treifa v'loy mi'adei achila. Are you tining that's only gufa? No, gufa. I see that it works even better than when it's not gufa.
Right.
Okay. Tanya nami hochi, omalahen Rab Meir, chi mi tiharu le'eva zeh, midei nevela, amru lo shchita zimah. Im kein tatiran b'achila, amru lo treifet achiach, sheshchitosam taharosam midei nevela, ve'enim taharosam b'achila. Amalahen, im tiata shchita, this is all quote from the Mishnah, right? Amalahem, im tiara shchitas treifa, oisa, that's for Aver, Hamadultal ba, Dovisha Begufa to tire. As you want to tiny even the Aver Hamadultal ba, nay, Dovisha Begufa to tire, as Uber Shaina nicht.
Der Ever doch nicht gut für ihn.
Right. Aber Shaina Gufa nicht, soll nicht mit tire sein. Amrulai harbe matzel tal sheinu gufa yosemi gufa sharei shaninu chaytach mina uber shameyaha mutabachila menat choil menat cholis from the mama aser bachila. Okay.
Let me just see the video.
Yeah, I should have read it in blush and bit me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, trefe ois ves eva madultul bo dov she begufa titar es over sheina gufa and titar es over sheina gufa. Amrulai harbe, yeah, that's how you read it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, jetzt gehen wir zurück zu den Machlokes in der Mishnah. Was ich gewende die Machlokes in der Mishnah? Sie da Machlokes Ramei mit Chachomim. The Uber stuck his hand out. Und schechte der Mame und der Eber ist out. So der Meier hat die Vlad vertome. So Chachomim nein, die Schritte hat Mathe gewählt, ja?
Yeah. Hat Mata given the no hat Metaher given
Right.
the Aver.
Right.
Arab Shim ben Lokish. Ki machloikis bu borin, kach machloikis be'avorin.
Rashi.
Ki machloikis be'aver du borin, kach machloikis be'aver hamaduldul be'behem, das heißt be'behem atzmo.
Look at the Rashi. Kach Machlokes be'ever amedudal ba'beimo.
Yeah, by the behem itself. The Reb Meir ain't shchitosai matarosai. The Rabbana shchitosai matarosai.
There is an Ever that is
Shake that's hanging up by. It's not fully attached.
dangling.
Yeah, right. Very good.
Die Mame is the Ever Tome oder nicht, das ist die Machlokes, yeah?
Why are we not asking if the Aver Roy Lachila? No.
Obviously, it's not.
Why?
Was in the Shaila.
Right. I'm asking you. Dangling makes it ice.
Right. It's not completely detached, but it's already detached enough. Yeah.
Obviously, okay. I understand. Obviously, there's such a din, but I didn't know that then. Okay.
Ja, nu de vocabulaire. לזוג משמעות לזוג מה שלא מודבייז. זו הברייסה וזוג את המתואר שתעשי.
Okay. That's the Raisa Rabbanon.
אין השחיתו מתירו עשה עבר המדודה.
Okay. Okay. So Zok Rab Shimon Lakish that the same machlokes. Rabbi Yochanan Oma machlokes be'eva uber aval be'eva de behema de v'akoil shchit oisen nipul. Oisen nipul Zok Rashi b'shas shchita harehu k'noifel mimeno ve'ein shchitosa me'elas loy. It says not that shchita oisen nipul. Okay. Shchita oisen nipul means that the shchita doesn't do anything for this dangling aver.
All right. Not that the shchita is causing it. We are looking on the aver as if.
Right. So b'shas shchita, we look at the aver as if it's attached.
Right.
Okay. So there's a machlokes. It could be that by dangling aver, it's worse than the uber. Rabbi Yossi Reb Chanina, my time Rabbi Yochanan. Alib Drabanan. Highest takanta b'chazara. Well, let's takanta b'chazara.
The aver that the uber stuck out theoretically can come back in. Yes. מה שהעגל העבר המדורדור, הם כמו נשקו מצורים. ומילא כמה ניזוג עד שחית איפה נמאמה, אוטוסמטית.
Okay, yeah. You mean, because potentially I could put back the aver, so therefore shchita, it still has enough connection to the mother and to the uber hastis. To the uber, it still has enough connection to the uber that the shchita should make it tahor. Yeah.
The fact that the uber can still take it in,
right?
It is more connected to his mother, come and help.
That's exactly right. Even though it didn't take it in, but it could. That's enough of a connection. Right, but this dangling aver, even if you sew it up, it's not going to help, right?
Right.
That's what you have to say.
Yes.
Is the zelbe? Because there's nadifis, according to Rabbanon, it's not a divrei koil, because the others hold that it remains also, right? Even if once you put it back, but the Chacham hold that you could put it back. So according to Rabbanon, Rabbi Yochanan has a svara to say that it's a stronger connection. Versteht, that's what I'm saying. According to
Rabbanon, is moitzi mit der Treife, the mele der Eber wird nicht sagen, in der Bele der Treife, sagt das ist der lekule Jahren. Vielleicht, ja, Machlokes be'Eber der Ruben, aber be'Eber der Be'Emer, lieber der Rabbon, die Brach.
Right.
Meiswei, Omar Lohem Rab Meir, לא אם תיארו שחיטה סטרייפה או איסו, בשת מישנה. לא אם תיארו שחיטה סטרייפה או איסו, ואת העבר המדולדל בו...
That must be the next Mishnah, not our Mishnah.
שמואל לא לוקן our Mishnah in Amud Beis.
Our Mishnah talks about Abraham Duldal?
You're right.
Okay.
It's not the Mishnah, it's a Braise apparently.
Or it's the next Mishnah.
Okay.
You said that Amud Beis talks about Meduldul. No. It's not a Mishnah on Amud Beis, I see. Okay. So, like you're saying, Tzavraisa is not.
אומר להם רב מאיר, לא אם תיארו שחיטה סטרייפה או איסו, ועודר או איסו, עודר איזה העבר המדובר בו דובו שבגופו. Rab Meir is adding nicht nur die Schritte von die Mame. Ja, Schritte Streife, die Schritte Streife ist mal die Reiber am Dugo. Dovo shegufo, Teil, Sauber, Dovo sheino gufo.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so es Bishluma le Reb Shimon ben Lakish. Rab Meir rejects the previous reasoning, and he says,
but he continues his rate. Tiny that Shchita Streife is Matzi and Nora Zach was his Gufo Mamish. So order the Treife allein, oder a viele Heber Amedu. Steht as a Liebe, a viele Rab Meir is masking as Heber Amedu wird nicht, correct?
Heber Amedu, yeah, but not right, but not Heber Shel Uber.
But remember, Shmuel, that we just saw Machlekas. Shloki zogt ke Machlekas beubri, ach Machlekas beivor. This Braise is nicht für Shlokish. Was ist Shlokish gesagt?
You can't. Don't go along that rate because on the next dash they befesh bishlam l'rishim and lokish l'devreim kol malahu. So it's not kash on him because he says only according to the Rabbanan. He's not saying according to Rab Meir, right? He beferish that said Rabbanon by Rish Lakish. So you have no kasha on Rish Lakish, right? He said beferish. Etc. Yeah, no, I'm looking at it. Rabbi Yochanan Amar Machlokes be'evid the Uber, Aval be'evid habeim adivrei kol shchitos oisen nipple. Okay. Right.
Rabbi Yochanan sagt, dass viele Rabbonen seine Masken, als bei Heber Amedudoli ist nicht Mathe. Und da steht, als Rab Meir sagt, der Rabbonen ist ja Mutter. This is exactly the case. Guck noch einmal, Shmuel. Rabbi Yochanan Omar.
Wait, slowly. Reb Shimon Lakish says his svara only according to Rabbanan. So we have no kash on him from Rab Meir, right? But Rabbi Yochanan says Divrei HaKoil.
Machlekes Rab Shimon ben Lakish mit Rabbanan is, mit Rabbi Yochanan is, Aliba de Rabbanan, wo sagen, als Schritte von die Mame ist Metall der Ewer, was es sein bei Ewer Rabedun. Sagt Rab Shimon ben Lakish, als Aliba de Rabbanan, אליבא דרבנן כמחלוקת באוברין, כך מחלוקת באבן. רבי יוחנן זוג, אז אפילו אליבא דרבנן זוגתר, נשמעתי זה עבר המדודה, correct? רבי יוחנן זוג.
Right.
Correct? Now, let's hear what steht in Braise. אומר להם רב מאיר צו רבנן. Ich verstehe, was ihr sagt, als Schritas Treife und Materie und Arobin und Melissa und der Welle von der Mame und die Eber Amedulden, korrekt? Was sagt er?
Say again?
Yeah, I'm just repeating the words. Omar Rab Meir, לא אם תיארו שחיטס טרייפה אויסו, was Eiver Medulgal bo, Retter zu Rabon. Ich verstehe, was ihr sagt auf die Mame und die Eiver Medulgal. Aber Rabbi Yochanan sagt doch, als Rabbonon sagt, als Eiver Medulgal wird nicht.
Right. Right.
Rameir sagt doch zu Rabbonon, ich verstehe, was ihr sagt.
Right.
Die Schritte von die Mame, was ist der Treffe, wird Europäer Jesu Lebele von die Mame und von die Eiver Medulgal. Das verstehe ich. Aber für was sagt ihr, als wenn steckt der Reuse an der Hand, ist echt Martyr, das fragt. Aber lieber der Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbonon never said bei Eiver Medulgal. So fragt die Gemorre, wie ist mal Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish, was sagt, als lieber der Rabbonon ist da Mutter, Eiver Medulgal also, Yeke Machlekes, לדבריהם דרבנן כה אמרו. לדידי לא שנה עבר דרובר, לא שנה עבר דבהמה, כי הדודני. זוגת רב מאיר תו רבנן. ייחלט, עבר פונה רובר, ולעבר פונה בהמה ידזרבן, und sie wird nicht mutter. Because sie nicht mamisch der Guf von die Beine. Ela, der Rabbi Yochanan besagt, als
Divrei HaKoel Hameduldul is Tameh.
oh, Ela, der Rabbi Yochanan Kashi, gucken Rashi.
Yeah, that's the Rashi. El Rabbi Yochanan the Amad Divrei HaKoel Eiver Hameduldul is Tameh. Heichitani Ves Eiver Hameduldul.
Right, stark it out.
Right. Here it says Beferish Ameh says that and Eiver Hameduldul is not Tameh.
Right.
So where did he get Divrei HaKoel?
Eloit, Malachit.
We're going back to the Machlekes.
Eloit, Malachit. Oh, Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish. The Machlekes beubrin.
Kach Machlekes Beivorim. Good.
Okay, das ist sehr befreit.
It's unchanged, right?
Rabbi Yochanan Amar, Machlekes Beiver de Uber. Was Rabbonon sagen, die Schritte ist mit Teil und Rabbi Meir sagt nicht. Aber Beiver de Beime, Divrei HaKoel, ein Schritte ist ein Toll, und ממילא לדברי הכל אומרת אותה כתורה. Gut? Ein Schritte ist so nie vollmein, ich gucke auf dem, also wie sie das Heilig von der Imame, ממילא die Schritte Mathe geben der Eber, ja Mathe geben der Eber, ja?
So we change from Divrei HaKoel Shchita Oisen Nipul to Divrei HaKoel Ein Oisen Nipul.
Ein Oisen.
Okay.
Jetzt, was ist das Wort, was? Oma Rabbi Yosef und Rabbi Chanina, Maritai mit Rabbi Yochanan.
Okay, Alibra Meir, High Gufa, High Lav Gufa. Das versteht man ganz gut.
Maritai mit Rabbi Yochanan, Alibra de Rabbi Meir, als bei Eber, wird es nicht Mutter.
Bei Ever wird es sehr gut Mutter. Bei Uber wird es nicht Mutter. By time Rabbi Yochanan, Alibra Meir, High Gufa, Lav Gufa. That's the time.
Good, 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 good.
The Rabbanan hold that it's no worse than an Uber. But Rameya, who holds that by an Uber it doesn't work, you can't say that's Svara. So what's his Svara? Svara is what he says beferish, that Gufa is stronger. Just excuse me for just 1 minute. Okay. Right. So Rameya does not hold Shchita Oisa Nipul. Ela Ena Oisa Nipul.
Kugdoyet. Omar Rabbi Yitzchok bar Yosef, Omar Rabbi Yechon, Akol Moedim, Shemise Oiso Nipol, Eim Sido Eiver Ameduldo Babeime. When the Beime is gestorben, we are looking on the Eiver Ameduldo as if it's detached. What?
Lamai Nafkamina.
Oh, Rashi bezog, Rashi zog, as an Aveda is metame mit jeder Geseitz. Ever Milacha ist metame nur, sie tut die ganze Ever, nicht jeder Geseitz. Gucke Rashi. Shemise oise nipol zog Rashi. Ever ameduldo babeime, umeiso. Ever ameduldo babeime, umeiso.
Yeah.
Amise mapeles oisoi. The fact that the Beime is gestorben, Amise mapeles oisoi. Eino tome keiver min achai.
Minan Vela.
Keiver min achai min anivele, ela keiver min achai. בהפרש יש ביניהם. ואמרינם בערוב והרויטר, עבר מן החי, בוסר הפרש ממנו טוב. ואין בטעם אלא כשהוא עבר שולם, בוסר גילים עצומס. אבל לבלה, כזייס ממנו, תום היה בטוב.
Okay, so this is a kula. It saves it from becoming tame if it's less than the full aver.
Yeah.
It's hakel moedim shemisa oisa nipul, aber ve'en shchita oisa nipul. We just learned
How did Rashi tell us?
what?
Pshat in the Welt.
Misa Oisanipul. So therefore, the Ever Hamduldul has a din of Ever Menachai. Ever Menachai is only Tameh, Tumas Nevela if it's complete. If Lamashal, if the Misa you cut it or you took out something from it, it's no longer, that thing is not going to be Metame. But from the Nevela, from the Behemoth that died, if you take out a piece and it's big enough to Kazayas, it's going to be Matame. Als Nevela. Oh, okay. But now you have a problem. We just said before. Here, Omar B'Yochanan HaKol Moedim that Shita ve'ein Shchita is a nipple, and we just learned before Pshat. Rabbi Yochanan Omer Machlokes be'Evorim the Uber, Aval be'Ever the Behema the Verkel ain Shchita is a nipple. It's a stira. This is the same Rabbi Yochanan.
Right.
No, I'm sorry. It's not a stira. It comes out correct. No.
Let's see how the Gemara develops. Shmuel, stick to the word. Hakol moedim shemiso oisani. Shchite oisani. Ma eskin. Ileme be'ever be'uber. As was. As miso oisani poel ba'ever. Shchite oisani poel. Die Flag fliegen, dass sie die Machlekes bei Ever.
Was?
Du
Ilema be'Ever the Uber.
Ever, she says, Oisa Nipol, Eber redde Oisa Nipol zu die Ever. Das ist doch die Machlekes von Rab Meir und Chacham mit dem Mishnah, right?
Right.
Aber sagst du Akol Moide?
No.
Ileme be'Ever the Uber, die Flag fliegen.
Right. Ella be'Ever the Behema.
Ella be'Ever die Behema, du reizt es da mal Behema, was hat der Ever am Edom? Mise Tanine, was hat Rabbi Yochanan Mechadish gewählt? Als Mise Oisa Nipol, und Schritte macht nicht, der Bund, sie steht befehlig. Mise Tanine,
And Shchita Tanina. The question here is only simply that it's a repetition.
Mise Tanine, Meise Abeimo, הבוסו צורך הכשר,
What does that mean?
כדי הדיבוסו זובר תומר, דף ממכשיר זין, דף זין מתבסר,
Yeah.
והעבר מטמא משום עבר מן החי, ואינו מטמא משום עבר מן הנבלה דיבר רבי. נכון.
Well, no, this is good. This is that Misa is Eina Oisa. Misa Oisa Nipul. This is what it means. It has a different din. The Aver Menachai has a different din from the Aver, from the Guf HaBehema.
כל כך מיוטי רש"י. מייסו הבעבר שהויו בו עבר, בוסו מדולדולים.
Yeah.
עבר בפני עצמו ובוסו בפני עצמו.
That which we just told off before in Rabbi Yochanan that we wanted to say pshat, that the Aver is treated differently from the Guf HaBehema. It's a Mishnah. It's a Bavus Tazach. Why is he repeating it?
שמואל. Look at the Rashi, Meisa Behema. What's the Rashi?
Meisa behema. That's the Rashi, no?
Read the Rashi.
Meisa behema show you bo aver ubasa medudolin.
What says Basom Dudolin? We never saw this text. So
But that's what it means. It means aver, and it has an aver, and ubasar of the aver is medudolin.
well, other Aver, other Basom.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. Okay.
Say a minute, I said after a minute.
Listen, no. Aver b'fnei atzmai ubasa b'fnei atzmai. Umishnahi b'hoiva rativ. As what? Habasa tzarch hechsher.
Aver בפני עצמו, ובוסו בפני עצמו. הבוסו צורך הכשר מים, שאם ייגע בתומו, תקבלנו. דמיסה, או יסוניפו. ואבלי,
Basa min achai.
שהבוסו, הפועל שמנו טוב, ואין המטעם משום עבר מן החי. עובר ואין המטעם משום עבר. Shmuel, du verstehst, was der Basel ist so Herrscher und der Eber darf nicht genachschen. Weil der Eber
Yes.
mit Meile ist mit Tame. Aber der Basel ist Basel mit Achai.
Right.
Weil es ist mit Duldol, kriegt das nicht kein Tume.
Right. No.
Unless der Basel gewollt Mukschen. Gut?
Yeah. The basa tzarch hechsher for what?
The Basel, I feel that the Basel is very Tome.
Right. So the basa is not tome. The basa doesn't have a tumas nevela.
Weil sie gewählt mit Duldol. Sie nicht Eber mit Achai.
Right. That's exactly right. But the rest of the behema?
The rest for the Behema wird jetzt an der Welle.
Correct. And that's the point, no? That the aver has a different din than the rest of the behema. Isn't that the point that we're trying to bring out? That's Tanina. I'll say to Rashi again. That's what you wanted, that Rashi that you wanted me to say. Mesa behema shahoyu ba aver ubasa medudolin, like you said, both of them separately. Aver b'fnei atzmai, ubasa b'fnei atzmai. Umishnahi b'over etiv. Was habasa tzarch hechsher mayim she'im yiga b'tumi yikablena. The misa oisa nipul. Misa makes nipul. V'havalei basa min achai. 1 second, there's a base there. Shahu tahar miltame is mitame mishum evim shubasa shahu tahar miltame.
Der Eber ist Eber mit Achai, das mit Tame, aber der Basel ist nicht mit Tame.
Shabos or hapirish mimeno tar. Right. But that's not the. It seems to me that's not the point. That's only to tell me. It has to have mayim tum sheikabla. The misa oisanipul. That's the point. V'havalei bosam and achai. As a result of that, it has a din of bosam and achai because it came off when the behemoth was still alive. Shabosa hapirish mimenu tar. Because basar is tar. Only aver is tame. Ve'ena matame mishum aver min achai.
Gut, ja.
Ve'ena matame mishum aver min nevela. Shehei basar hapirish mimenu tame. Mishum the misa oisanipul. Kimi shenigmar nefilosa koidem shemesa. Okay, fine. Okay, so that's the point. So we learned already in this Mishnah that Aver is Aver min achai. Aver min achai is only metame if it's a whole Aver. Basa min achai is not metame unless it doesn't even become tame unless it's muksher. But the mess, the behemoth that's mess, has a din of a nevela. And it's metame even if it's less than a full aver. So Nachmal, Tanina, the Taina was Tanina Shchita, Tanina Misa. Here now I'm proving you that we learn Misa. The din of Misa, that there's a difference, that Misa is a nipul, and therefore there's a difference between the din of the aver and the din of the behemoth.
In the Bosor, that man, Misa is a no?
That's correct, but the implication is back on the behemoth that the behemoth does become an nevela, and it's metame bekazayis.
Shmuel. We're not interested now in the mother. While the mother is alive, there is a piece of meat sticking out, Evel Abeduldu, and there is Evel. The minute wo sie ist gestorben, sagen wir, as the Bosor counts as if it's detached. The Mela Afila, the mom is on a Vela, and the Bosor is nicht keine Vela, unless there was action.
Right, exactly. However, I disagree with you about one thing. We are interested in the mama and not the bossor. The bossor happens to be the hechetimtza for understanding.
Well, we're interested in the concept of Mise or
Right, that's the point. We're interested in, so only interested in the bossor to the extent that the bossor tells me that it came in achai and misa is a nipple, and therefore the rest of the behema has a din of a nevela, and the aver has a din of a full aver minachai, and that already we learned. Those are the kasha tanina. We learned it from this Mishnah. Why are you telling me this then from Rabbi Yochanan before?
Verstehe.
That's the repetition.
Wo in der Tanine steht, das Misse ist ein der Fricha Loki mit der Tanine. Die Beime, die Bosor Meduldel, and the Ever.
That's right.
And which one of the three you see the rule of Misse is a nipple?
By the Bosor.
But the Bosor Meduldel.
Yes.
Good.
Right. To finish the point, the Bosor is connected to the Behema, but Misa is a nipple. That's it. That's the point. And from there we see that the Behema itself has a din avela, but the Bosor has a din ev menachai. A Bosor menachai. And Bosor menachai is not metame unless it has to be muksha to become tame.
Connected from the monitor. You should check your connection from
Okay,
the monitor.
because
It's probably not plugged in.
No, we didn't have electricity for 2 days. Now
Right.
that we have electricity, it's connected. No.
Oh, okay, fine. We're going to have to do a couple of errands.
Excuse me a minute, Shmuel.
Oh, maybe back? Yeah. Okay. Maybe for a piece, maybe later. Just leave it here.
Yeah, okay.
Sarah, can I have your car, please?
Okay, just a minute more. It's my car is on the chair. The pocket
It's blocking me. It's in pocket of your jacket.
Now, when you come, okay.
Okay.
שחית אינה מתעלמת,
Right.
נשחטו בהמו,
Huchshru b'dameha.
הוא
So there's a Rashi. One second. Yeah. Huchshru b'dameha lekabel tumas oichlin. Alma svirle ein bohen tumas atzma. Ke'evim min achai. The shchita ha'ila lahem afilu Reb Meir. The palik be'aver the uber.
המדגישות נבאים, לא?
Right. This is the other that shchita is matahir behema behema nevela. I mean behema treifa from tuma.
כמו לבוש תיבה נבלה, מדגישות נבאים מגלת כלשהו. זו גמירה, זה בשרת, für alle das Stück Fleisch, für das Stomme, weil die Blut von die Beime ist machst, ja? Hochscheru, bedomeo, לקבל תומאס אוכלי. אלמו, סביר עלי, אין בוהם תומאס עצמם, כאיבר מלאכה.
Where do we have over here the idea of tumas atzman unless it's a nevela?
You're 100% right.
So that's what. So we're talking about behema treifa. and the shechita saves it from becoming a nevela. Right?
Right.
That's what it's saying. So that's what Rashi says. Lekabel tumas oichlin al masrir le ein bahen tumas atzma ke'evim nachai. The shechita ha'ilo lahem afilu Reb Meir the palig be'evet de ubor.
Darf man gut verstehen, was sie meint. Was wird gewähnt, aber mit Schmuel, das ist auch noch mal eigene Tune.
What? I'm sorry?
Was sie gewähnt, aber mit, das ist auch noch mal eigene Tune.
No, all we're trying to say is that we see from over here that shechita is not making it into nipul.
Ich verstehe schon mal so ungefähr, was Pschat in die Welt, damit man sehen, was man sieht.
Okay, what's the question?
Der Teil ist da, was ist auch schon mehr. Weil gewähnt aber eben, was später hat man gesehen, als es trifft.
Huchshel b'dameho means that the behemoth becomes huchshel l'kabel tuma. Is a riot that it's not tummy.
Was Tumme wohl gedacht sein?
That shechita saves it from tumas nevela. It's a behemoth treifa. If it dies, it should become a nevela. But if you shechted it, it now has become huchshel l'kabel tuma. Huchshel, yeah, but tuma is it nicht. Ne? Isn't that what she's saying?
Was meint Almos Viralei? Ein Boim Tumas Atzmo, Keeva Minachim.
Take a look at the Gemara. The Gemara says, one second. Shita namitanin. Nishchata behema hukshu b'dameho. The Reb Meir. So Reb Meir holds that it's hukshu b'dameho. Reb Shimon Amalai hukshu. Okay.
Was meint auch schon wieder mehr? Was meint das?
So 1 second. So what happens with Eva Menachai? Eva Menachai is Tomei. Eva Menachai is Tomei Nevela. This is Lafuke, the din Tluma that descends on an Aver. On the behemoth itself, it doesn't. Rameh holds that if you shechted an behemoth that its Aver was outside, it doesn't help, right? The Chacham says it helps, but Rameh holds it doesn't help.
Aber da redet man nicht, dass der Eber ist.
No, but he says, Rashi says, that's the point, that Reb Meir, who holds that it doesn't save the Aver, Shechita doesn't save the Aver, but it doesn't make the din nipul, which means it doesn't make the behemoth itself have din tuma. That's what Rashi's saying.
Let me see what sie sagen.
Yep, 1 second, I'll be back. I just have to tell Rachel something. Rachel, I'm still on the Zoom, but I'm you're going to $25 cheap stuff. And then have a conference call.
Something about it should be lower, should be. But you said this is. Oh, then. And wait, yeah. And then they went showing them the dessert. About family. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. So you have that's the correct cheshbon, no?
I see from them, it's a totally different taste. Yishchatu Be'emu means there is a behemoth that you have an aver and basar are coming, falling off the behemoth. Nishchatu behemoth she'oyu lo basar ve'aver meduldolim. הוכשרו איבה תומה ותעונר לבוסר ותסבר תומה והסמור שם בדומר. Und die Eber, ja, also steht da.
And the aver is tame.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, it's the same thing that we were talking about. This is a proof that ein shchita oisa.
ירד נשדו על בהמה גבל הנבלה. ירד סתם הכושר הבהמה.
Okay.
בוסר is מדולדל פומיר, ולעבר is מדולדל. מתגישוכten, sagen wir, als איבה תומה ותעונר די בוסר המדולדל ותסבר התומה, ודעבר המדולדל ist תומה. זאת man הליבה דרב מאיר as בוס. אפילו רב מאיר בזוג תשחיתו אינו מועילו לתאר בעבר היוצא.
Right.
It was עבר המדולדל is. That's it. Small.
Say again, even though it's not matahir the aver, yes, go ahead.
אומר רב יוחנן, הכל מוידים שמיסה אויסון ניפול, ואין שחיתה אויסון ניפול.
And this is proving that this is ein shchita oisa nipul. According to Rab Meir.
עבור זה, עבור.
So that's what you were just telling me.
Yeah.
So if the behema is a normal, good behema, what do I see from here that shchita ein oisa nipul?
No.
Okay, I see. I was missing one point that you're saying. If shchita, yeah, okay. So I see that's the point that you wanted to make. We're not done on the behema. We're done on the bosser and the aver. If shchita would be oisa nipul, then for some reason the bosser would be tame. but I don't know why. Okay. I think that I made it a little too complicated. Let's go back for a minute. When the Mishnah said, when the Brisa, this is a Brisa, Shchita Tanina, Nishchata Behema. When you
Well,
shech the Behema,
the best Sache is if you start a little before.
yeah, from Nishchata Behema.
Akol Moedim, Shchita in Oysen, what does it mean? Omar,
Here's what it means. Here's what it means. Let's apply it to this case. If Shchita would make nipul when a behema has a hanging piece of meat and a hanging aver, if it would make nipul, it would mean that those two are separated and have their own din. And aver menachai, aver medultal would become tameh because it's like aver menachai, right? But if shchita ain't oisa nipul, then it's considered like it's still part of the behema. If it's considered like it's still part of the behema, it needs to be muchshir lekabel tuma. No, isn't that the raya?
Right.
And we're not making a difference between the basar and the aver. They both have the same din, because it says, shchita oisa tanina. Here's the case: nishchata behema huchshir b'dameh. So only because of its dam are the Evorim Huchshel Lekabel Tumah, but Tumah Zen is Is a raya says in Nishtev Menachai. Is a raya that the Shchita did not make nipul.
By the eight Shchita, what he gemacht a nipul, which halacha would be different?
The Aver L'chal Pachas would be Tamei al Tzev Menachai. Ne?
Okay, you have nicht geredet, hat Eber Menachai.
Aver Meduldal. It would have been Tamei Mishum Aver Meduldal.
Huchshavu Bedomeo.
It would have been Tamei because of Aver Meduldal. Okay, Aver Meduldal has a din of Aver Menachai. No?
Well, I'll read you how they say.
But very simply, yeah, go ahead.
ומזה שהעבר המדולדול
Go ahead.
kriegt nicht כתומה, לא רק
Das it does.
אלא על ידי הכשר,
Right? It's a
מוכח,
riot that the shchita ain't always a nipple.
אז עובד nicht כעבר מן החי.
Exactly what we said.
Right. Ja. Und die Schritte hat geholfen, als sobald ich
Wollt the shchita gemacht a nipple, then it would have told oif that it's even menachai. Because it's separated from the behem. Divrei Meir.
so einfach die Gemorre, immer hier, aber Amine, מה יוכשרו, nicht auf die Ewer mit dem Wasser aber du, aber wir wollen gesagt, מה יוכשרו,
A bosser.
Obertake, der Ewer, ist, ist ja nicht, der Ewertake ist לא יוכשרו, ich wollte gesagt,
Yeah.
die Gemorre, והוכשרו לא של רבנטון, מהו לתימה, אחד הבוסר הפועלש מן הבהמה, אחד הבוסר הפועלש מן העבר. דבר שרבים בולט מגיסוג, אז אחד הבוסר הפועלש מן הבהמה, ואחד הבוסר הפועלש מן העבר. בוס דאפיך, ומה יאולמי דהיינה, why would you think, אז ידוע נפקמינה, אם the בוסר is פועלש מן הבהמה, סל כדאי תוך המיני אויל, ומטמא תומו חמור, אגב אובי, ואימא לא יבאי. עכשיו, משהו.
So let's see Rashi. Ime hahi avamina ki hechid the polygram mei be'eva de uber polygnami be'eva behema the shchita oisa nipul. Umetama ke'eva min achai. Umay hochshuru. The mashma the ein behem tuma da atzmon. Das geht a bosor koma. The in nami svilon shchita oisa nipul havale bosor haperish min achai v'toher. Bosser that's Pershman Achai is not like Eva Pershman Achai. Eva Pershman Achai is Tomei, but Bosser Pershman Achai is Toher. Hilkach, it's Fichad Rab Yitzchak by Yosef to tell me the Chiddush din over here that Shchita Ein Oisan Nipu. Because from here I would not be Muchach to say that it's going on the Eva. But Hochshuru Lashon Rabim Kama. Name. Chad lebosa pershman behema. Shahaya meduldul bo koidem shchita. Kida katani ha'ever v'abosam dudom behema. Chad lebosa shifresh min ha'evorim. Min ha'ever. L'acha shchita. Manu me. The bosa pershman ha'ever ma pershman behema. What's the difference? It's rich to tell me two separate dinim. Salka the chamina hoyel. The im ha'ever mitame odom. Kinevela. Right, the Aver is going to have a din. It's matame odom kinevela. Amaloti boy hechsher. If the piece of meat came from the Aver, lacha prishosa vikabel tumas oichlin b'loy hechsher. Kol ha'Aver. Now Rashi tells me the din. Kol ha'Aver koidem shchita לא הוכשר בדומה, ואחר כך פירש בוסר ממנו, דבוי הכשר. והשמיעינן, אף על גב דקיימלה במסכתס נידה, מה זרועים שאין סופן לטעמי תומה חמורה וצריכן הכשר, אף כל שאין סופן לטעמי תומה חמורה, פרט לנבלס אויף, טוהר שסופן לטעמי תומה חמורה, אם אוכלו, לפיכך, אין צריכה הכשר לטעמי תומה סויכלה. Because of soifoi. Aval tchilosoi. Now I don't know what was saying. Zion. Kamash malon. Dafka soifoi. Aval tchilosoi. Aval tchilosoi. Das haste. Before it became Tameh. Kihu the tchilosoi Tameh Tumah Chamura. Ve'ein soifer l'tameh Tumah Chamura. Mishapirish tzarch hechsher. There's no difference between if it's piresh min habasar or piresh min ha aver. That's what I would have thought the reason for learning me huchsharu, to learn two things, but it doesn't mean that it's telling me about the aver itself. So therefore, there is no hechrech from this din that we're learning that shchita eina. What's the lashon? Shchita eina oisa nipul. The only reason I would have thought shchita eina oisa nipul that I will learn from here is if the aver was being mentioned. But now that I'm learning that hukshu could go on two pieces of meat that are pieces of meat and not necessarily on the aver, so there's no raya from over here that shchita eina oisa nipul. Therefore, I need the din that was mentioned up above, and it's not a tanina. That's the proof. That's not a tanina.
Good. So לכאורה מרקע שעשית נהנה, לא?
No, so it's not a kasha. On the one on Misa we have a kasha, but on Misa Isa Nipul we learn somewhere else, so we don't need that. But Shchita Eina Isa Nipul, that we so far we need his memory from above. Yes. Rabbi Yosef, Nekoit Rabbi Yitzchak by Yitzchak Biodecha, the Rabbi Baba Chana Koi Kavasei. Was meint das? Der Oma Mishmeid Rabbi Yochanan Hakel Moedim She'ein Shchita Oisa Nipul V'loi Tihader Ches. They took out Mahader.
ולא תהדר לשנויה. ולא תהדר לשנויה, ישנה באמרינן ברישה, רבי יוחנן ודברי הכל שחית ואיסונים.
Right, from over here, we thought that would not be a Chiddush. It is a Chiddush. And what is it that the Chiddush was? That Shchita Ein Oisa Nipul. Right? He changed the Girsa from what we had before. Before we had the Girsa Shchita Oisa Nipul, Divrei HaKol. Now he's saying Divrei HaKol Shchita Ein Oisa Nipul. And Nekoit Biyotcha. That's the pshat that you should take. The Rabbi Babachana koi kavos say the Tanya ubosa basada treifo loy sechelu lehevi ha'ever v'habosar hamduldolim bebehema ubechaya ubeoif v'shochton shehin isurin. Not allowed to eat it. The bos hamduldul and the ever hamduldul. V'amar Rabbi Babachana adds Rabbi Babachana Omer Yochanan ein bohem ela mitzvahs Preish Bilvad. Rashi, Isur Lav Shal Ever Menachai. Elam Ein Bohem Isur Lav Shal Ever Menachai. Elam Mitzvahs Preish Bilvad. Ba'alma B'drabonon. Ukras Machta Ba'alma. Alma Ein Shchita Oysa Nipul.
Nachamot. Boso basod treifel.
Oh,
לא הוציא עבר ובוסר המגודל בבהמה ושוחטון שהם אסורים דעבר ודבוסר המגודל ואומר רבי בר חנה אין בו אלא מצווה ספרויש בלבד. מה זאת אומרת מצווה ספרויש?
one second. Where are we up to? Oh, Preish Bilvad. Yeah. It's only a Drabonon. It's not a Daraisa.
Was ist der Rabbon? Das war's.
As Matoris nicht essen. Remember, this is still part of, it's Mudul Dolim. They're part of the Behema. This is what we talked about originally.
Heißt das, als ein Schritter ist und die Pol und gedacht sein, ist und der Reise.
Eben Nachai.
Aber weil ein Schritter ist und die Pol mit Meile mit der Reise, merkt man das da essen.
Right.
Gut.
And this proves what we learned before, that the Shita of Rabbi Yochanan is that Ein Shchita Oysa Nipul Divrei HaKol, even Rabbi Meir.
Gut.
Okay.
Okay, sehr gut. So, let's stop here.
Okay.
Ich bleib mich stoppen, aber da werden noch bei so einer Blatt.
You're going to get this far yourself tonight, Mitzvah?
It's why we did one block. Just one block.
Okay, but it's a complicated block. Okay.
But after the concepts are clear, it's not so complicated.
Okay. Okay, so he's going to get one more blot. Let's say Biz Ayin Hey Ahmed Aleph.
Right.
Okay.
Du sagst, du gehst like for Shabbos?
Going to country Shabbos.
Oh, the country, so right. Very good. So when are you leaving?
Tomorrow I have to go to Beis Solim because I have Yotzai.
Oh, right.
So I'm going to go from there to the country.
Das ist schon, aber die Besachheim bleiben Muncie.
No, no, it's in Long Island.
Oh,
Yeah, it's extra.
That's how long to see. Okay.
Yeah, it's a long in the sea. I'll be Mitzvah.
Okay, call to, we'll be in touch Sunday.
So thanks and stark. Take care. Have a good Shabbos.
Shabbos.
And have a safe trip.
Shkoyach v'chein amam.